call we call, as I'm sure Steve Miller here will tell you, this is the second time we've had to film this, as somebody didn't press record. Steve's cracking massive fight tonight against Michael Ferry. How are we doing, mate? How are we feeling about it?
Feel good, yeah. Really quite excited about it.
Yeah.
We've come here today, we've been treated really quite well. It feels very, very professional. It feels good to be part of this. Very, very happy and very excited.
Whether you'll give this away or not, we've got Michael's trainer and one of his training partners. Yeah, what's your game plan for tonight? The truthful one?
Probably call a taxi about 5 to 10 and fuck off back to Leicester. No, not really. I wouldn't fucking give it a... You wanted to, that was... No one does.
To be fair, mate, I'll give you a lift if you want, because I'll be away.
No, game plan, it's really to see, you know, we've got a few things up our sleeve. Let's just... we're expecting him to come out like a what's it, but that's probably a cliche, because he's probably not going to do it. He's probably going to try and box a little bit. I know he's got a decent training partner and not a bad coach in that.
He's got a very ugly training partner, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit weird, isn't he? Is he one of them? Did he come over on that thing from Calais?
Oh, he's a lovely lad, don't be fair.
He's a nice lad.
He's not one of the nice days.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so you know, I'm probably doing him a disservice by expecting him just to come and run at me in straight lines. He's clearly been taught how to box and he's been taught how to fight by a very good team, which I believe is involved in Mr. Charters there, and a couple of other gentlemen who seem to know what they're doing. So, you know, we can say Ferry's going to come, going to rush you this side, going to try and bully. I'm not sure. I don't think he will. But I've got enough in my locker to actually sit back and judge it as and when I feel like it. You know, things change. Game plans change.
Yeah. I mean, your sort of record, you've got a cracking record. I mean, you're unbeaten in BKB, I believe.
Yeah. Unbeaten at any fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
If you weren't fighting tonight, I would have took you on, wouldn't I, mate?
Well, I mean, I'm retired still, you should know that. No, it's a decent record, unbeaten. I've only ever been the distance once. That was with Deco, well reported as a draw. All the other fights I've stopped people, but...
Do you think it was a draw or not?
No, I thought I'd win the fight, 4 rounds to 2, but you know, it's difficult as a referee to make a decision on a fight, you know. Because it's more so...
I think you've got to go referee.
Yeah, and I gave a draw. I've had a couple of goes at referee. Yeah. I think when you're the referee, I think Sean will agree with this, especially with BKB, you have to be concentrating on the safety of the fighters. You can't sit back. You can't sit back and watch the fight like you can with glove boxing. For instance, in bails and hay bales, if a fighter gets on the bails and he goes back, you've got to get in there because you can't have one of the fighters lying on the bails being punched. So, you know, I don't think it's fair for a referee to judge it because you don't get a chance to sit back and look at what's actually going on. You are part of the action. So I held my hands up. I thought I got it wrong.
I think it's absolutely cracking referee BKB. It's pretty new to it. It's Craig Amor.
Oh yeah,
I think
got to be good at something,
he's done quite a few and he's... oh Craig, I know you're in next, but never mind. He's done quite a few, I think he's doing a really good job, but he gets more nervous refereeing than fighting. Is that the case with you?
Well, I don't think I refereed the fights for Raging Bull as well, with Stevie Golden, the Nelden fight. I don't get nervous, no. I get nervous when you got to make a decision, because probably I've refereed 5 or 6 fights, I've had to make a decision 3 or 4 times. Yeah. I mean, fucking hell. When's it ever make a decision on BUB, mate? You don't see it, do you, very often?
That's it.
So I've just been unlucky.
Just going back to something he said earlier in the interview, that you know you might have a few things up your sleeve. Is that the Derek Porter method? That you may have some chloroform up your sleeves or some knuckle dusters under them wraps?
Derek Porter, he can do what he wants. I'm not quite in his league.
Sorry Derek, mate, I had to say that, like.
I'm not quite in his league at the minute. No, I wish I did have some chloroform. I've been putting it on myself because you're boring me to tears.
I will be editing that, but I didn't know. There's quite a lot of things happening between yourself and a certain Ollie Morris and UB with Rogues Elite. Do you want to tell them what that is?
Yeah, you know, it started out that I'm fortunate to have been around boxing for a few years and I've got some good contacts, and we started having a few people ask me how to get into it, and I thought, you know, how about let's set up a management type unit, and we called it the Rogue Elite. and we've brought on some excellent fighters, none more so than Martin Conception, who's sat right in front of you. I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah. I'm going to surprise Martin just in a minute when we finish talking and try and grab him in the hot seat as well.
Yeah, he's done it for Sky, he's done it for more, it might be new to him.
Yeah, but Sky are professional, I'm not.
Yeah, we've got Rob Norton, we've got Tommy Ward, we've got a few things, we've got the Cobra, the Panther, Kevin Conception, his brother, we're trying to get hold of as well. Yeah, we're doing a big show in January alongside UB Bad in Coventry, our local area. And as you've seen today, the venue's spectacular, and it certainly will be. There's going to be 12 or 1,500 people there.
Got to say, when we went to Coventry this morning, and I was absolutely blown away.
Yeah.
It's going to take things to a new level for me.
You fought there? You fought there as a pro?
The Sky Dome.
Oh, Sky Dome, yeah. But it was a match room.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic venue.
And yeah, things are certainly looking up, and you know, and there's no doubt we are wholly and solely a management thing. We're not a promoter, we'll leave that to people who know what they're doing, but we're just good at getting fighters and looking after them, and we can sell tickets as well. I mean, we've sold quite a few just for today, and the Coventry one was going to go flying. We haven't got to worry about anybody else. If anybody else comes to the plate with something to offer, you know, I'm sure Joe will be more than happy to take them on, but you know, other than that, just leave them do what
it's
they do.
It's nice to see us working together with UB Bad. Not doing things properly and trying to push things forward. Yeah,
I mean it's for the good of the game. I mean, I had an interview on Monday with the Sun. They come to see me to do a 2-page feature, and he was saying, well, you know, he was talking about what had happened in the Daily Mail with the Bobby Gunn thing in fighting in a garage in America, and I said, that's just lazy journalism. And he's gone back to the editor-in-chief at the Sun, told him my story, and he said, well, you're not putting that story out unless you go there Saturday night. So the Sun are going to be here tonight to report on what's going to be a great show. It can only be a good report. Yeah, you know that.
Well, we've got the Sun. We've also got Canal Plus, French TV. We're filming some of the fighters at the moment. It's really good to get into that. Well, I was blown away by that venue in Coventry this morning, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that with all lit up and the noise and.
Yeah,
it'd be fantastic.
It would be really cheeky now. Martin, how are you take the hot seat, mate? Get in with your
immaculate Conception.
You've got the
best name.
Second best fight in the boxing. First one is the Duke of Windy Nook, Mr. Gary Kirby, and then the Immaculate Conception. How are we doing, mate? Alright?
Thank you very much.
You've got a cracking pro record behind you. What brought you to BKB?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I've always been affiliated with the boxing scene. I took an interest in the unlicensed thing when Stevan was in there, and I was the referee. We got talking behind the scenes, and then I made a licence. So I thought to myself, rather than wait 6 or 7 months after getting my licence back after spending all that money, and then getting a fight and wasting all that time, you know, let's do something that's sort of up and coming, and you know, it's about to hit the big time. So you know, obviously when Stevan approached me, there was no doubt in my mind that I was going to say yes.
Yeah, I think you're right there. It's about to explode.
It is.
I remember talking to Steve just after I announced that you signed for him. He was like an excited little kid. He was so chuffed.
As was I when I got the phone call.
Yeah.
You know, it has been
more out of hope than actual expectation.
It's a pleasure to know this guy, and you know,
he's alright in small doses.
Well, I mean, obviously, you know, with the banter going on, but all seriousness, you know, I've got a lot of respect for this guy.
Yeah.
Top bloke.
Well, I think it's some great work. Well, obviously you're part of Rogue Elite as well.
Yep.
He's a signed big bad fighter.
Through Rogue Elite, and you're managing them still up in is that right?
Yeah.
Well, to me that shows the perfect partnership, and all these BKB companies would slate each other and say they can't work together. There's the proof.
Exactly right.
So you've got your BKB debut tonight.
I have, yes.
Who are you fighting?
I'm fighting Marky Edwards. Marky Davis. Mali, I've seen a few videos of him. You know, I know what we're looking at. So, Mali Richards, that's fine.
Marky Richards.
He's come to me, I apologise. I'm sorry.
Are you looking forward to it?
I can't wait. I can't wait for it, to be honest with you. I came to the last one here when. Obviously, you know,
the last Nottingham one.
The last Nottingham one.
Can I just ask you this question? Did you see here Stone Island Court?
I did.
And then it took the fellow of course with that. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh, bless him.
I don't know what the mix is.
Has your training sort of changed any from being sort of top end of the pros to coming into BKB or?
Well, to be honest with you, no, I mean obviously I'd never get in the ring unless I was 150% ready for the fight. Fitness has never been an issue with myself. You know, with what I've learned and the experience that I've got through the game, you know, I've been doing it now 23 years. So, you know, all the battle scars. This year, well, thank you very much. No, but yeah, you know, I've been just toughening the hands up a little bit by not wearing the bandages and sort of hitting the bags, you know, bare knuckle and things like that, you know. Bruise up a little bit at first, but yeah, you know, it's just a matter of sticking with it and eventually, you know.
And on the BKB community sort of all over the country and all over the world, there's a lot of people looking forward to seeing you at your debut tonight.
Really?
It's been one of the most talked about fights after the 2 title fights.
It's me, mate.
Well,
it's a pleasure to have you on my
I mean, they've talked about the last fight a lot, but I think it's only because Michael Ferry's fighting against him.
Yeah, probably, that's right, yeah. I'm very fortunate, thank you.
Thanks for paying that kid. What a compliment.
The kids will eat at Christmas.
I
pro game, yeah.
On all the message boards and things like that.
It's absolutely flattering to know that people actually sort of recognise and know who you are, you know, from what I've done. I mean, obviously I'm just a normal kid, but
I mean, all these interviews go out on the Big Bad TV website, and that's just blowing crazy. We're getting something like last week we had 39,000 hits in a week.
Really?
Wow.
And we're absolutely huge all over the world, the amount of countries. But after England, we're absolutely huge. And all the Baltic states.
Yeah, really?
Absolutely massive.
This is it.
I found quite a few message boards on there. I haven't got a clue what to say, but I got my son Ben to translate some of them on Google Translate. You were getting talked about one of them. I've got no idea what they said. The only thing that could
it looks a bit like that, don't it? Yeah. It looks a bit Russian.
It does, you know.
It doesn't look like he's in a hurry to me.
I will when he gets to know me.
Well, what happens, doesn't it? You know, we don't get paid for overtime, but
exactly.
We have to put a bit in, we will.
Well, best of luck.
Yeah,
talking,
thank you very much. And you too.
Seeing your face.
Cheers.
Best of luck. Love to see your fight, mate.